Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atira Damia binti Suhaimi and my group members Siti Aisyah, Nazatul Najwa and Nuzulaika. So, for our project with the title of the relevance of ERTL in the future. So, in our content there are the overview of the ERTL, and then the scamper technique, and the 16 key head, and lastly the conclusion for overall in this proposal. So I will proceed with the overview of this proposal. Firstly, as the KIRKHS, which is the Kuliah Islamic Review Knowledge Human Sciences, embarking on a project entitled Down Road to 2030. This project about to outcome with the proposal of blueprint for the Kuliah or perhaps the university as a whole, how create a preferable future. So our group decide to make a proposal on the relevance of ERTL in the future. It is because right now we are having the ERTL, which is Emergency Remote Teaching and Learning, caused on the COVID-19 pandemic. It is the first time we are experiencing it, right? So during this ERTL, there are lots of new things that we have to learn from it. It is because the ERTL totally different with the normal lesson that we have learned in the class. It is because we also do not have and know very well about this ERTL method, because before this there is no any blueprint that we have to refer to. So we are students of UNGS 2011 would like to propose some suggestion and idea of our thought in hope to contribute to this project. We firmly believe in the act learning for the sake of knowledge. So we apply the concept of the 16 key heads and other crafty thinking skill in our proposal.
My name is Siti Aisyah and I will presenting the next part of our presentation, which is scamper techniques that was introduced by Edward Iborno that mainly purpose to improve services and product. Therefore, in order to make ERTL more relevant for IIUM in the future, scamper techniques should be used. Currently, in this pandemic situation, IIUM had no choice but to launch ERTL that quite shocking for some people. Since the launch of ERTL, people getting used to it and this might continue in the future. However, implementation of ERTL is not that smooth as it looks like. Some problems had been encountered by the university lecturers and most of the students. First is because ERTL use a lot of internet data. The implementation is complicated and the platform used is unfriendly. Therefore, to cope with this problem, scamper technique is being used. First, in the first problem where ERTL use a lot of internet data, this is a fact where most of the students have difficulty in getting internet data and they had to spend more money to pay for internet data. Therefore, by eliminating the expensive internet data, by giving free accessibility to ERTL would really help the students, especially for off-campus students, because currently only students on campus that able to really enjoy free accessibility to online platform through the Wi-Fi connections. For example, WhatsApp apps where everyone can still use WhatsApp even though they have no internet data, but they still have internet connections. On the next problem, which are the complicated implementation of ERTL and unfriendly platform, because now currently there is no specific platform for ERTL of IUM that create confusions among the lecturers and students, because every lecturer use different platform for ERTL that available on the internet, and students had to download every platform used by their lecturers. In result, it costs more internet data for downloading the platform used by the lecturers, and this is making the students feel really hard to study. And last is because causing the difficult submissions, because we need to submit the assignment, the project through different platform, make it difficult for students, because there are some lecturers that use Google Classroom. They are asking students to submit through iTalk, through WhatsApp, to email. This is create very confusions for students, and it is difficult. Therefore, in order to cope this problem, the IIUM management should create a platform for or an application, for example, for ERTL, like what government did to stop this pandemic by creating My Sejahtera apps for all Malaysians. It will make easy for the students and also the lecturer, where they don't have to like think what platform they're gonna use, what platform is more friendly to be used. By creating an applications like what a government did, it will be ease everyone's, also the university managements. But the application that be created by IIUM management should be user friendly, where the application can be used in smartphone, in all type of gadget, which are smartphone, tablets, laptop, and to make sure it is easy to access and easy for the student to understand on how to use it. Therefore, IIUM should modify on how they gonna introduce the application, because currently IIUM only use IIUM website, IIUM Instagram to spread any statement regarding ERTL. What's the problem is that the statement that spread by the IUM may not reach every student, and they might not know how to use the platform. Therefore, IUM should spread the statements or the introduction of the new platform through all media platform like YouTube, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Telegram, and others. And not to forget to provide tutorial on how to use the platform, because it will be is all the user to understand on how to use the platform. Last but not least is by using combination technique, where the student could get star point and coupon while using the applications that created by IIUM management. This kind of reward concept will attract more students to use the applications that set by the IIUM. And in a nutshell, the applications is the most um, easier way for the implementations of ERTL, where the lecturer and the students can only use the application that created by IUM for their ERTL. So no more confusion will be created, or and the application should be free accessible, you where the students does where the student do not need to have to sacrifice their internet data just for the ERTL, especially for students with low income family. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Assalamualaikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazatun Najwa binti Muhammad Sani and my matric number is 1720966. So I will present about the 6 thinking heads. First, blue head. Blue head means process, thinking about thinking. When we wearing a blue head, so we think, how about the process of the problem? So what is the process of e-learning? Basically, there are 2 types of e-learning. First, synchronous and asynchronous. First, synchronous means students learn at the same time. So first, communication happen in real time, and second, it allows for instant feedback and clarification. And e-learning happens collaboratively through live discussion. For example, synchronous learning is you use live chats and video conferencing. Second, synchronous means student learn at the different times. Means communication is not live. This e-learning allows students to work at their own pace, and this e-learning is self-paced and self-regulated. For example, the teachers or the lecturers recorded video and sent to their student, or using emails or Google Classroom. Second is green hat. Green hat means creativity. So when we wear the green hat, we have to think creative. So based on this project, we can make the online class learning interesting and effective to help students enjoy during lectures. For example, the teachers can minimize the words for students, so the student can manage their time to complete their works. Or the teachers can use any platforms that can improve student technical skill. For example, Google Doc, Google Classroom, Google Slide. So it can expose to student. And second, the teacher have to help the student who have the poor connection. For example, our university can allow that student who have the poor connection to get a good connection by Wi-Fi that have provided in hostels. third is a yellow hat. When we wear yellow hat, we think about the benefits. First, from the e-learning. One, flexibility. So e-learning let students review lecture materials and co-reading assignments at their own pace instead of just during the duration of a lecture. Second, accessibility. E-learning is able to provide learners or students with a good learning environment from any location or any time as long as they have a good internet.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nurulaka Binti Zakaria. My metric number 1810806. Now I will talk about the red head. Red head is more similar to feelings, what we feel. Now I will explain what I write in the slide. Not all of the users can get the benefits because online learning is only effective if internet access can be enjoyed extensively in the city. Means when we want to do work that connect to internet, we must get a very good line because when we have a good line internet, we can focus do the work. But if we don't have, then we cannot do the work very good. For example, we want to do assignment, especially for students, but we don't have internet. How we can do the assignment? And because of that problem, we feel angry, we feel very depressed because we want to do work but we can't. And it's not impossible that students and teachers can become depressed because of what? Because we cannot get or we cannot reach the satisfied with this new method. The next is whitehead. Using this whitehead thinking, we analyze the data that we get from the media social. We can see that there are a lot of demonstration about this ERTL, especially for students. With this new method of learning, they have been the difficulty in focusing in class because they don't have a good line of internet. Impact of that, some students choose to drop subject. Maybe those who having the problem, they stay at village that no have a good line of internet. So that's why they choose to protect their pointer or their CGPA, which is they need to drop the subject. The last one is blackhead thinking. Blackhead is meaning of cautions or weakness or difficulty. We know that when we using this blackhead thinking, which is the last head thinking, when we having the difficulty in this new method, we will get the negative outcome, which is when we have exam or quiz, we will get the bad result in subject. And about the assignment, we will submit the assignment after the due date. And sometimes we have the biggest problem is having a fight between teachers or lecturers with students. Means is this new method give a lot of negative outcome for us. However, when we using this blackhead thinking, we will spot the problem, so we can detect what we can do to avoid this problem happen to student.
Wow, that is a very interesting presentation from my friend, which is from the scamper technique and the 16 key head that already applied in this proposal. So I am the last person will make the conclusion in this proposal, which is from this project we have learned that creative thinking gives us opportunity to give out our opinion and help us to overcome the problem based on the current situation. Besides that, it also helps us to apply what we have already learned from the creative thinking in the class. For example, during do this project, the first thing we have to brainstorming the idea what we want to do, the topic, the concept, and so on. So after we found the ideas, we move to the scamper, and we have to choose the suitable scamper that can be used in our proposal. After that, we also apply the six thinking head, which is the main concept that we have to apply in our proposal. So, last but not least from us, we hope that our ideas and our opinion in this project will help the university as the blueprint or proposal for the future. Although we do not sure about it, it because this is our first time experience it. So, we hope our proposal can be refer or some maybe can modify to the better proposal maybe. Okay, so thank you for watching us and thank you for everything and assalamualaikum.